time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoffs, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So UCLA's offense will get the first possession of the game. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The short hand, it's Allen. Nice gain of 6, leaving. Third and 4. The Bruins will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on third. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Offense in a split backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Fires to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Bruins want to crank the tempo.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on second and long. That's caught. It's Allen. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw again. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out.
Makes the grab past the marker. Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 13. The Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. There he goes. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Into the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He's out past the 35. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. He makes a catch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he could do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Quarterback on the keeper. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Now from inside the red zone. Under fire. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. This time on target. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Spits it out to the back. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
They'll run play action. It's caught downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Firing to the right, complete. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on third down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm, and this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
The Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Motion from the back. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morrison. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. And the Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it first and 10. To the air on first down. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
The Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Grabbed behind the line. It's Morrison. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Finds his tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose.
Makes the catch at the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. On the set. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Oh, they're after him. Flips it out to the back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not...
He'll take a shot. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And they can't make the connection.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Got him downfield. Flying out to the left. Touchdown Bruins! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
A strike downfield. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. First and 10. Just keep slinging it. Here comes the heat. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, the ground game. At the 40, there he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The run from the shotgun. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Got it in the middle. It's O'Neal. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Takes the easy completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The play-action fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Lincoln. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UCLA! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. The guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got weight.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance. Touchdown, Kentucky! Excellent pass by the back on the option. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on...
He's got it down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Makes the grab. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Wide open downfield. Touchdown Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Finds his big tight end. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got his man across the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. to the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB strikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Wants to throw on third down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Touchdown, UCLA! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty for down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt in the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Turning it on! They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
No chance he's taking a knee. Here he comes.